Hello and welcome to Scalemodeling, and welcome to a different sort of video here where we're going to talk about buying a model. Okay, so first of all, it'd be great if you could subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come out. And your comments are welcome. Particularly, you're going to look for getting some feedback on what people think and their thoughts, and anything I might have left out on the subject, please, you're welcome to put them down in the comments. Of course, don't forget that a thumbs up helps the algorithm, and YouTube will help put this video out so more people can see. So basically, this video is aimed at new people to modeling, maybe parents buying for their kids, or basically anybody just getting onto a new genre of models and wants to try something different, and purchasing basically where you're going to buy your model from and things to look for. This has come off my own experience of what I've found. You'll see I've got a few models in the background there that we'll discuss and use as examples. And so let's get into it. Okay, so to start with, let's have a look at what we're going to speak about. Now, first of all, just want to talk about going into your bricks and mortar store to buy a model, and a few tips and advice from my experience of what you should look out for and when you're looking at buying a kit. First of all, what I recommend when you go into a shop, unless you already have the model in mind and you know what you're looking for in your local store, first thing you need to do really is speak to the staff. Okay, speak to the staff members, because they are specifically, in most cases, specifically trained to help with customers because they have experience in the subject. It's not like you're going into a big supermarket or a department store with different areas. Staff in model stores, that's their passion and that's what they know about, and they're the best point of advice and tips and can answer your questions. Okay, and one of those questions you should be asking is, first of all, when you see something you want to buy, can you open the box? Okay, it's always a good tip to be able to open the box and have a look inside. Many model companies and manufacturers don't give a lot of information on the box art and on the packaging to really give you a good idea of what you're getting in the box. If you can, if it's not wrapped in plastic and it's not sealed, or maybe it's just got some tape on it, it's okay. In most cases, I think it's okay if you can open the box and have a look. All right, that will give you, first of all, a hint of the condition of the parts and the screws and all the pieces, basically making sure everything is there, which it should be, and just how the contents are. The decal sheets, is it bent, is it creased, has it been put in the box folded, are there parts loose floating around? Check the bags, see if there's loose parts in the bags, things like that. Sure, you may be able to buy it and take it home and then be able to take it back to the store and return it if there's problems, but do you really want that hassle when you can check before you even leave? Another thing is specials and sales when you're in the store. Have a look around, because sometimes you can get some really good deals. They'll have prices marked down, a sale on, whatever, and you can go and pick up some really good bargains in your local store. So, and not only that, but you're supporting your local store as well, because it's tough these days, and getting customers to come into the store is something that the owners and staff really want, because you can give a lot more information and encourage people into the hobby much easier if they're standing there in front of you rather than shopping online. Discount cards. A lot of stores offer discount cards. We in here Australia, we have Hobbyco, which has a discount card. Others, depending on the stores, can offer discounts, and they're worth looking into or even asking about. You can save, maybe 10% or more off models and all other products as well. So that's a good idea there as well. If you have any other ideas when you walk into a hobby store and you've come up with want to offer suggestions of a few tips, please put them down in the comments below, and we can let everyone know. And anybody watching this, I suggest go down and have a scan down through the comments, because I'm sure there'll be some ideas left down there below. The next subject I wanted to mention, which I guess is sort of along the same lines, and that is knowing about the model that you're about to purchase. There are things, for example, you're going to buy your kit, whether it's a model plane or a car or a ship, whatever, you're going to need paint. And 90% of the time, the boxes and the kits don't include paint. So that's another reason why it's a great idea to have a look in the box, grab a look at those instructions, and have a look at the paint guide and see what you need. Because then while you're there in the store, it's quite convenient to just pick up the paints you need as well. Looking at the types of paints is going to help you out. One of the things also is that they suggest paints that may be major brands of paints, but you may have your own line of paints that you prefer. And again, the staff are there to help you with the paint purchase. Along with research, and we'll get on to researching the model, which comes back to when having a bit more knowledge when you're looking at a model and you're choosing a model, you need to have a look at, well, let me show you, for example. I'll bring one of these boxes over and we'll have a look at it, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, let's just get this back here. All right, now let's have a look, for example, at all right, Mercedes-Benz there. Okay, so here's a nice looking kit. Okay, this here you can see Revell. Things you need to know about when you're looking at the box. Okay, and a few things that can be, I've found over the few years I've been modeling, a few things that can be deceiving. Okay, this one, for example, is beautiful looking box, beautiful looking artwork on there. All the way around, you've got showing nice close-ups of the interior, all the fighting equipment on there. We've got all this information all the way around the box. There's a picture of the sprues in there. There's even a paint call out if you wanted to go with the Revell colors. They're all on the side there. Okay, handy stuff. Now, to look at more detail on here, one of the first things we'll notice on here is it says limited edition. All right, so limited edition, what does that mean? For Revell, it means that it comes with extra parts. Those extra parts could be photo etch. It could be different decal sheets in there. There could be brass parts in there. If it's a ship, there could be a wooden deck. And limited edition means that this fire truck has come out in its normal standard version, and then they brought out the special one with all the extra features in it. Okay, level 5 being the highest level. It'll tell you how many parts there are, and also the scale and the size. Okay, so that's all good stuff to know. Then we have the name, which is here, which is a bit confusing. It doesn't actually say a fire truck. It doesn't actually say a fire truck, but obviously we know it is from the picture. And we have this down here, which is the number, the kit number, and new. Now, when I see that new, I automatically think, it's a new kit. New everything in there. Everything in that box is going to be all new. That should be it's a nice newly built manufactured kit. It should go together really well. The latest technology, fantastic. But does that really what that means? Okay, unless you can get permission to open the box, if you're in the store, then you can't actually see inside. And if you're shopping online, you won't know. You can't check inside to see what's actually new. So let's have a quick look in this box and see what is actually new. All right. So first of all, when we open it up, we see new instructions. Okay. Well, newly printed instructions. Okay. So there is a date on there saying 2022, and that's the year this model was released in this limited edition. So there's all our instructions, which I think the only thing new about the instructions themselves is the paper it's printed on. Okay. The decals in here, they look really nice. They're good quality decals. Okay. So they actually have also the date 2022 Revell on there as well. So they're obviously new. So that's great. Nice new decals. Now, one thing that is not new is the plastic. There's the plastic. So all the plastic in this kit is the original plastic from the original kit. Okay, everything. There's the cabin, which is another reason why it's good to look in the box. That was just left sit. That was just floating in the box, not even in a plastic bag. So just got to check the way contents are packaged as well if you can. Just save yourself trouble later. Another thing is these boxes are very flimsy. All right, there's no structure in there, and everything moves around. Okay, so if you're getting this via online source and it's getting posted, yes, be careful. All right, I'm just looking there and I'm seeing some bits of plastic and so forth because of the age of the kit. We've got all this excess bits sticking off that all need to be tidied up. I've done a review of this. You can see that on my YouTube playlist. You can go back and have a look at that and you'll see how this kit is anyway. But for now, we're just doing this as an example. So that's how that goes with being able to check in the box. Now, the other way is check on a website called scalemates.com. Okay, so I'll just bring that up here in a second. But while we're on the subject of postage, remember postage is an extra cost when you're doing shopping, particularly online. So if you're using websites like Amazon and eBay and any of those, watch out for the postage. Sometimes the postage can be more than the model costs. Be aware of that and be careful of that. Your hobby stores, if you purchase direct from their website, will have postage included, but depending on the size and the weight of your model, that's going to affect your postage. As you can see, this one here, the Yamato 1200 Battleship postage, that was quite a bit. I mean, I paid, I think it was nearly $50 for the postage, which was, again, I got a discount for that as well. But look at the size of the box. Let's have a look at the size of the box. There you go. All right. So, also consider not only postage, but have you got somewhere to put a model this big? Think about that too. Okay. All right. There you go. That's that. Let me just come back in a sec, and we'll talk about online shopping and some tips. Okay, so online shopping. If you're going to be shopping online, make sure that you've researched what you're going to buy. And one of the best ways to do that is going to a website called Scalemates. Manufacturers' websites, if you go to manufacturers' websites, many of them lack a lot of detail. In fact, most of the advertising that stores get and other sales sites online get their information from the manufacturers, and that's just the pictures they supply and the details of the contents, which is very minimal. So if you really want to know what you're going to get when you're purchasing stuff, Scalemates is there because its information is from modelers who have put up that information. So we'll have a quick look at it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. What we need to do here is, first of all, like I say, people who are contributing to this site help you find out all the information about a kit you are after. So first of all, let's have a look at what we need to find out about this Revell fire truck. So I'll bring that one up that I've already searched for. There it is there, okay? So straight away, to find that, all you really needed to do was put in the number 07516. That's the model number. Most manufacturers have a model number, and then you can go through and find the name and the one that you want, that's yours. Now, one of the things about these is there's your picture up there. Looks good. What you might notice is that there is no new written on that. I couldn't find a picture of new, so I don't know why that isn't. Even on the Revell website, I don't see new. So you've got to be a bit careful of that, okay? Particularly when you think new means, you know, a completely new kit, and you find out that the parts in that kit, as we're about to find out, are quite old. So we'll go down and we'll have a look at the information. So going down, we have that released, and it says 2022, okay? Changed, question marks. So people aren't sure. There's no, at this point, no one knows, no one's put up there what's changed. Certainly not the sprues in there, they haven't changed. All right. Now down here a bit further, we have the product timeline. So the 2022 one is what we're looking at now. Back in 1996, they added a new box from the original model itself, which was back in I'm just trying to read that without my glasses. It would help if I wore them. 1989. So those sprue plastic parts you see in that bus, in that fire truck, are from 1989. Okay, so that's getting on in age, isn't it? I really do think it's a bit deceiving when they put new on a box, when the main contents of the parts is the content itself, what it is, and that would be the parts. Anyway, so going down, we can see that we have Marketplace, and it will show you where you can purchase it from, where it's available from, most places around the world. There's more offers there as well. So you've got an idea of what you're going to pay for it. Now, you will find that a limited edition with the extras in it will probably be more expensive than what the older version was, obviously. So going down the list, we have an inbox review, and that just happens to be mine, that somebody's put up there, so thank you for that. So that makes it handy, so you can go in and see what you're going to get for your money. We've got galleries there of people who have put photos up of the build themselves, that they've done themselves. So that's a good idea to have a look at how it goes together. All right. So that's for the Mercedes-Benz. Okay. Now let's go and take a look at let me just remove this and I'll show you what I mean. Let's have a look at the London bus example I have. Okay. So this kit, also from Revell, Okay. All right. Is quite a nice big kit. Again, it says up there limited edition. All right. Doesn't say new, but it does say platinum edition. Okay. So the platinum edition here refers to, it's got wooden floors, it's got brass parts to it, it's got a lot of photo etch for extra detail, and obviously the part count is up high, and all the other information is there, including the number of which one this is. So let me bring this up on Scalemates, and we'll have another look at another example of what information you can find out from a kit. I'll be back in a second. Okay, welcome back. So here we are with our London bus up on Scalemates. I'll bring this up a little bit bigger to look at. There we go. So as we can see here, as before, there's our London bus. It says Platinum Edition. Now, one thing I have noticed on this as well is the part count. It's exactly the same box, okay? Identical to this, all right? The part count on that box says 391 parts. Don't know how they got that, because as you'll see, my one here, we've got a part count here of 708. So even Scalemates can be a little bit inaccurate, but then I don't know how they managed to get that picture when everything else is accurate. Anyway, so there's our London bus. We go down to the details. It was released in 2022. Again, it says with new parts. Going down, the difference with this is this one's actually showing the box contents. It's showing the dimensions of the box and the weight, which is great. 6.2 pounds, nearly 3 kilos, and your size of your box. So that's handy to know. The timeline, this was originally released in 2011. So it isn't that old, at least not compared to the fire truck that we saw earlier. And the new parts mean that the first one, I'll just have a quick look at that. There it is there, was not the Platinum Edition. Okay, so the Platinum Edition is the new version. Mind you, the price is much higher, of course. Let me just get back again. But the new one, this Platinum Edition, is probably nearly twice the price, but you do get a lot more for your money. Anyway, going on, we have in this one, which the last one that we looked at didn't have, has the instructions. They're very handy. You can download the instructions and have a good look through them as a PDF file to get an idea of how it's all going to go together and if it's within your abilities and so forth. So definitely something you can't do just shopping online looking for information from the source of eBay or wherever. Marketplace there is showing where it is that you can buy it, where it's in stock, so that's handy. And there's a few other offers you can go to as well. Now, going down the list here, we've got related products. And this is another subject I wanted to touch on, is aftermarket. So it's always a good idea, if you're buying a model, to be aware of what aftermarket products are available for that model. In this case, we've got some, looks like some resin wheels. So they all 3D printed wheels, they look really good. And there's also some extra photo etch, which I don't think you would need. And maybe because it says from 2012, this was photo etch for the original model that came out in 2011. So I don't think you need to worry about that. Okay. Then we have in-box reviews, but first of all, it's very important, photo etch. There's a lot of photo etch, aftermarket. There's a lot of aftermarket products out there. If you're doing cars, you can get aftermarket engine parts. You can get, like I say, photo etch detail for tanks, resin parts. There's just a huge market out there to enhance your model. So probably another thing to do, if you're in a store, you can ask the salesperson in there, they'd be aware of aftermarket products that you probably would have to buy online, as they probably don't stock them. But it's an extra feature you can have to add to your experience building a model. Going down now, we're looking at projects and inbox reviews. So they haven't done they haven't found my review on this yet. I'm actually building this at this point in time. And if you're interested, hey, go back and have a look at the London bus playlist. You can check that out. So there's our sprues. So we've got pictures of some of the sprues from the box content, which is great. There's tons of photos. Look, 27, 28. There's all our instructions, including all the photo etch extra stuff in there, being the Platinum Edition, showing all that what's available. You can see the amount of detail, extra detail that goes onto these. Okay. Also remember that photo etch that comes with a kit, in most cases, or a lot of cases, is optional. You're, in this case, for example, you're taking off parts of the plastic, replacing it with more detailed, in most cases, more detailed metal photo etch. But in some cases, it's not. As you might find building a model, you're just replacing what's already there. It may be the same scale, the same look, everything, or the detail may be so small that once it's painted, you're never going to notice the difference. Okay, but this one was quite good. This has all the fuel injection hoses and so forth for the engine. It was quite good. So there we go. That's Scalemates, a definite plus. Also great for just finding out what the new releases are and what's available. Straight up, you got all the latest hot kits, what's coming out in next year. You can search in a lot of detail. You can bring up brand by manufacturer, by genre, whatever you want, and get all the details of that from there. Okay, so there you go. There's a few of my tips and suggestions when you're shopping for a model kit. Okay, I think we've covered quite a lot. Everything from going in the store, speaking to staff, understanding what everything means on the box, just your scale, your contents, all that information. Then, of course, shopping online. Look out for the postage costs added onto your model when you're buying. Details that they show online from the shop is most likely come from the website, and the websites of the manufacturers in some cases don't really give a lot of detail. We've gone into researching through Scalemates, definite plus, a very valuable source of information for anything. Even if you're in the shop, you bring it up on your mobile phone, have a quick search, find the model that you're looking at, and straight away you'll get some information there. It can save you a lot of grief later on down the track. Also, we've covered aftermarket products. It's great to be able to see what aftermarket's available. That can take a little bit more research and searching on the internet. There's been a couple of times where I've built a ship in the past where I was 3/4 of the way through the build when I suddenly found out there was aftermarket parts for the helicopter landing pad with railings and all other photo etch and metal stuff that would have made a huge improvement on the model, but it was too late. So yeah, that can happen too. So check out on your aftermarket products. And of course, paint and stuff that you're going to need pretty much as soon as you start building the model. It's great to take a model kit home and then realize, oh, now you've got to order and find paint. So again, Scalemates can help you out by showing you the instructions, showing you the paint guide, and straight away while you're in the store, you can pick up the paints that you need. Okay. All right. Well, again, if I've left anything out and if you have any ideas and any tips and suggestions yourself, please put them down in the comments below. That'd be great. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share the video out if you like as well. That'd be great. and it's targeted mostly to a lot of beginners into the model world. But even myself, who's only been into this for about 3 years now, I didn't find this out till late, and wish I'd known from the beginning when I was buying my earlier kits, knowing about there was aftermarket products available and so forth. Okay, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and the notifications bell. And also, don't forget, every week I do a live stream. You're welcome to come and join in and catch up on what's going on in the latest model. And we talk about everything from the weather to what's happening in your part of the world and what you're doing. So join us on the live stream. You can see that if you've got your notifications ticked, you'll get notified. And you'll see that on the live tab of past and upcoming live streams. And also on Facebook, we've got a Facebook Scalemodeling hangout group where I can see what you're doing. I'll post pictures of what I'm doing. You get a bit of advanced notice of builds that I'm doing. People can share their work and their questions, and even put up your channels. You're welcome to as well. Okay, so thank you all, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now. Cheers.